Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brandon Wood.
My name's Edward Brown.
Sure it is. And this is Critical Failure. So, we decided to just kind of start going through the Mordenkainen's Tone of Foes, and just start going through the monsters from start to finish. So, we already did all the Yuga, so we're going to stop there. But we're currently on the Allip, so very first monster. When I first thought of this, I just thought it was fog, like nothing but smoke, basically, like it wasn't an actual form. And then I now look at it and there's a face.
Oh, just because of the art?
Yeah, it just looks like, it definitely looks like nothing but wisps of smoke and stuff like that. And the more I stare at it, the more like that's Allip.
I mean, I immediately noticed the face when I first looked at it.
I kept like looking down here and didn't care for anything above it.
Ghost dick!
Shut up. But like I kept looking towards its like legs of sort, and now I see like its face and its hands and stuff. But yeah, like you wanted to just you don't have glasses, that's right.
Yeah, mine are broken.
Yeah, so I have to do all the reading. So basically, gonna read parts of this. Whenever a person uncovers a secret too powerful for the individual, so any other person in the entire fucking D&D universe.
Yeah, you can place a curse on it, like a demon lord can place like a curse on some piece of knowledge, and if you learn it, then you just turn into this thing.
Yeah, it's really stupid because it's like, it can be anything. Like, it's like, oh, I learned how to make peanut butter. It's like getting dusted from Infinity, where it's like, you're gone, you're now something else. I just now think about that.
When your PCs are just pissing you off, you're like, oh yeah, you learned to like... Yeah, you rolled critical on your knowledge check. Well, that sucks for you.
Why? Had fun not existing anymore.
Yeah, you learned too much. Goodbye.
Turns out you learned how to make toast. Just make it some fucking obscure thing that should have already been existing. He learns how to make whiskey. But continuing, it ranges from like this is just what it says in the book. Like the secrets protected in this manner range in scope from the demon lord's true name to hidden truths in the cosmic order. So it doesn't necessarily have to be those. I like the toast idea. But anything acquiring the secret, the curse literally obliterates a body, and the creature left behind, which the Allip is, or Allip. I kept saying Olympian right before this, but it literally composes all this knowledge and stuff like that into its main focus, and it doesn't really care about anything else, and it just develops its it leaves behind a creature, the Allip, composed of fragments from the victim's psyche, so it has very little
yeah, it's just like
memories and stuff. Yeah, right, it's now. Basically like it's
a shattered mind.
Yeah, I would say if anything it's just like the only human or humanoid or sentient thinking it has left is trying to get this out of its mind. And then it's overwhelming psychic agony. So basically, imagine Dr. Xavier making you imagine docking. Shout out to whatever the fuck that was. I don't remember. It was the
X-Men,
interviews.
With X-Men, like, because he was firing them.
Yeah. You see the thing with the two penises? I believe that's called docking, yes. But, yeah. Blasphemous secrets. Basically, every Allip is trying to get rid of these secrets, or at least pass it off to someone else to make their existence more bearable.
I believe there's one of the abilities that you have to make a save against, because it just it's like the gibbering mouther, I think, where it says stuff just randomly, but if you make a certain check, I think you can reveal some of the secret. I forget where. It's been a while since I actually looked at the monster.
I'll go through all of these attacks later, so we'll put that into another hole for now. But yeah, basically it's trying to go through some way to get someone else to get it. Its only memories are basically of this thing. So if it can make another creature suffer that it has, it'll definitely take that route. Another thing in that it's called Insidious Lords in the blue tab. It's basically, if it can magically stay hidden long enough and make, it's like in a library or something like that, like in the same person, if you can get someone to write down all of its knowledge that it learned, so basically saying it's like a demon lord's true name, all it would do is take a few sentences and be like the demon lord's true name, blah, 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 and then the enter true name here. it would be amazing because it's like, imagine Fraser Blue. His actual name is Henrietta. Imagine just learning that, just like it's
or
not
Demogorgon's true name is just Bob.
I was gonna say Bob first, but I didn't want to do Bob. Demogorgon's actual name is just Henry. Everything is just a version of Henry. I'm gonna go through all the languages. But yeah, it's like, something like that. Turns out Gratz is just grass. It was just said wrong the first time.
Or his true name's just Sex Gear.
Turns out it's just fake penis. But
his true name's Tildo.
His name's not even a word, it's just indecipherable moaning.
I enjoy that one.
He's like, are you okay there? Gratz, maybe? Ish? Thing? Yeah, just imagining having to hear the specific moaning frequency and shit that you have to get Gratz to be a bitch.
It's like you have to stub your toe, get punched in the left testicle and nut at the same time for the proper branding of his name.
Fuck. Now I'm under his control. Fuck. I don't like this. I'm usually the one in control. Now I'm the one subdued. Fuck. Yeah, that's really funny. Now you're my bitch. Just imagine him torturing someone and then that happened. He's like, I hope it slips out. He didn't think about it. And then he's like, thought I didn't notice, huh? Shit. You're on my operating table. What are you going to do? Get me off. Okay. Anything you want. Just don't hurt me. Delete yourself. Okay. Go on. That'd be amazing. That's how you go through an entire campaign. The entire campaign is set on fighting the Demon Lord's true name so you can make them delete themselves. It's like, you go to Demogorgon, what you gonna do, bitch? Bob. Fuck. Like, they both say it in unison.
They just both look at each other in the heart like, oh!
One's like, finally, get rid of your bitch ass. Shut the fuck up, we're about to die. Oh. God. It's like the world-ending snap.
Thanos.
Yeah, a lot of Avengers in this one. But, yeah, basically, if this thing can magically force someone else to get its knowledge in some way, shape, or form, it'll do so. And the person who wrote down whatever it is, it can take a day to several weeks to possibly years, depending on what it knows. It can, it won't know really what is in its text. It's just not going to remember it whatsoever. It's just going to be like, what the fuck did I write? I don't remember this at all, but it's going to do it, like, to what it seemed like tirelessly. Like, it's just going to be working days on end. Just like, I have to write this down. And then once it's finished, I feel like it's just going to be like an exhausting shit when you're like, oh, thank God that's over. And you wipe your ass. You just lay in bed and like, you kind of like curl up into the fetal position like, oh my God, what war did I just win? That was horrifying. I just like imagining the fact that if this magically gets somewhere, someone's going to think I've done that when I never have.
I enjoyed the thought process.
Yeah. It's just like, it started going through my head of what to say, and I was like, there can go two tracks. Good or funny. I'm taking funny. But, yeah, I just imagine him just curling up into bed like, I can finally sleep. And then he goes to sleep, and he's like, oh, where did all these books come from? I just know. And then, Allip. That's how you do it.
Yeah, that's pretty gay, though. Like, how is anyone supposed to... Well, I know they're not supposed to, but, like...
How would anyone magically come across this shit?
How can you get around, like, this curse on this thing? Like, because, most curses can be broken. Like, so do you just place, like, dispel magic on, like... I don't know what would stop this from affecting you.
I would say if you want to do wish...
Yeah, wish, definitely, but that's really powerful.
If you want to
especially
do wish,
since this is a weak monster, right?
CR5, so yeah. I would say, if anything, like, if you want to do a wish, they can come back to their normal selves, but
or
they're
you could just
they're
wish
meant
to know
to...
their, like, true name, or just delete whatever monster.
Or delete what they knew. They're just like, the Allip's like, huh? And it goes into its normal self, and just, like, gnome falls from it. It's like... What the fuck was that? I was on some weird shit, bro.
And then you wait one day and then you wish for him to retain the knowledge. Because you realized he was a gnome.
It's like... Fuck. That would be amazing. Just like, write my shit down, brother.
I would enjoy that.
Oh, damn. That's the ultimate way to, like, as a DM and as a fellow player, it's like, how do we get this guy, this gnome out of the party? You just scheme with your friend. It's like, I want to turn him into an Allip. You're going to wish him back. And then the next game, you're going to be like, he's annoying. I wish he remembers. Boop. That'd be amazing. But yeah, and also, this thing is technically undead, so I feel like any spell... Like, I think turn undead should do... It doesn't it do damage?
It depends on the challenge rating, and I think it depends on your archetype.
I feel like if you go to heal something undead, it should also do damage.
Level... As your level goes up, the challenge rating of undead you can affect goes up to a certain thing, but it's not really high.
I would like to say that if you go to, like, in some Final Fantasy games, if you tried healing a zombie, it would hurt it. I feel like that you should do that, like, in the game. If you go up and put healing touch on a zombie, like, you could do damage against it. It wouldn't kill it, obviously, because zombies, it's, like, critical or something else.
Radiant damage?
Yeah, it's like...
Which is basically the same.
Actually, if you heal it, depending on, like, how you want to go about it, you could say it's radiant healing.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, you could technically kill it. Kill it. I think that's
Kill
really
it
cool.
over.
He's like, it's like a infamous where you're draining them, but instead it's like, I am going to save your life with Jesus. Except the cross. It's like, what the fuck? Please stop.
Just bodybuilder man just beats you with a cross until you like convert to his religion.
Have you seen the thing to where it's like when you're a cleric, but you put your highest stat into strength, and it was a big freaking white guy that was swole, and it had a Bible, and it said the Swoley Bible, and he's just like flexing it. And I was just like, Jesus. That's exactly what I liked. But yeah, this thing is undead, so it doesn't require air, food, or drink, and it doesn't sleep, which I would hope not. It's just like, you're undead. You're nothing at this point. You're literally just like vape smoke. It's just like your disappointment. But yeah, this thing can also attack you, which is weird. It's neutral evil, which I like the fact that it's neutral evil, not just chaotic evil.
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't seem like it's gonna go out of its way to like actually do you harm.
Yeah, it's just accidentally. Like it's doing it by nature, not by intent.
Well, like yeah,
because that's how I decipher neutral evil versus chaotic evil.
Well,
chaotic evil is usually with intent, while neutral evil is just by instinct.
Or if you fuck with it, then it's like, you know what, fuck you.
He summons an astral dreadnought. That's how he knows. That's what he knows. He knows astral dreadnoughts exist. It's just like he knows I'm someone. It's just like, you want to fuck with me? Whoop.
It only works in the astral plane.
I don't care. It's just imagining that. In my games, I can do what I want. Fuck you. If I want to summon a goddamn tarantula with the penis size of a fucking Titanic, I will do so.
I thought you were gonna say Tarrasque.
I was trying to think of the word Tarrasque, but I couldn't fucking say it. But yeah, the Allip has an armor class of 13. I would say, unless you have like a silver or a radiant weapon, you can't hurt it. I just really like the idea of this thing, since it's being a ghost, or anything that's not hollow. Not hollow. I mean, that's hollow, and it's not in a corporeal.
It's incorporeal. Like ghosts are incorporeal.
Yeah, that you knew what word I was going for. It's like anything that's incorporeal. It's like you can't damage it unless you have a specific type of weapon. Like radiant and silver kind of works with me. It's like
they also have like magic weapons.
Yeah, magic weapons you can use to attack them, but it's just like basic weapons will not do damage.
I think they have like resistance or immunity to normal weapons anyways.
Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical weapons. And basically, yeah, like everything else would...
Yeah, I don't see how like a non-magical weapon would hurt a ghost.
Yeah, it's just like it doesn't make sense to me. That's how I would do it. It's like a ghost or anything similar to where it doesn't have like an actual body. It's just like, yeah. But it has a HP count of 40, so 98. I would like to say that this thing is kind of fucking weak. Like, when given our thing of it can't be hit with anything that isn't magical, silver to radiant, it's like all the other shit's kind of fucked. So it's just like, this being a challenge rating of 5, is that behind me still? Yes, it is. I thought that was outside, so that's why I got confused. But yeah, it's like, I feel like a level 3 party would still have an issue killing this thing. Like, they're going to be casting magic at it. But it's just like, ha.
Well, you can learn Fireball. No, not level.
No, that's like, what, level 7?
No, it's 3rd level spell, so you can learn it pretty early.
It's level... I thought it was a 4th level.
I think it's 5th level is when around the time you get 3rd. Could be wrong. I don't really play full spellcasters very often.
I don't play spellcasters whatsoever. But, yeah. it has a 6 in strength, which is a -2 modifier, a 17 in dexterity. That's high.
Yeah, it's like I'm a fast boy.
It doesn't even move. It just lets the wind carry it, and even the slightest breeze, it's just like, hi, thought you were running. Didn't you? Yeah, that was a bad idea. And then it has a constitution of 10, so it has a decent constitution with the +0 modifier. It's intelligent. It's a 17, so that's a +3 modifier. It has a wisdom of 15, so there's +2, and a charisma of 16. Can you imagine this thing just being like, sit down chair? So you got detention.
You want to learn a secret? I know secrets.
Not to get in detention, you want to know that secret? I'm going to throw in as many fucking Marvel, like, Easter eggs as I can. But yeah. Poke its eye.
I'll do that.
I wasn't. The cat's eye was closing the entire time. It's just like, let me go. My clothes are up. But yeah. Its perception is a +5 for the skill that it's proficient in, so it has a +3 proficiency modifier. And stealth is a +6. Honestly, I would give it a higher, like, stealth modifier. I would give it, like, if it's in darkness, it would have a +2. If there's a fight, it's going to have a +2 to that.
Or you
it's
could
like,
give it advantage.
yeah, it's like there could be
darkness.
several things that could like go to add this to like fuck with your party. Damage resistances: acid, fire, lightning, thunder, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical weapons. I would say go with what we said of non-magical weapons basically do like normal damage, but regular weapons don't. It's immune to cold, necrotic, and poison. Makes sense. How does this thing have resistance to acid? It's incorporeal. I would say give it immunity to acid. That makes no sense to me. I didn't notice that.
This acid will dissolve you.
I'm not even real. That's how you do ghosts. It's just an acid trip. That's why it's resistant. It's all drugs. But yeah, condition immunity. It can't be charmed, exhausted, so no exhaustion. Frightened, grappled, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone, or restrained. These things are just like, yeah, it's not real. Like, you can't touch it, so it's fine. But you know what? Your regular weapons, it can hurt it. Pardon fucking me. Whoever wrote this in Mordenkainen, I'm sorry. I would have just said that regular weapons can't hurt this. Because you just went from one end of the spectrum of, yeah, we can hurt it, to, you can't even grab this.
Plays monk. Just, like, somehow make your hands considered magical
yeah,
weapons, and then you just body slam ghosts.
You just John Cena. But yeah, I liked one of the things in here, but I'm gonna actually. It has dark vision up to 60 feet and a passive perception of 15. I would say it should have blind sense, because it's like I don't think it should be using eyes in the first place. So it's just like I can know you're there, but and all the languages that it has is whatever it knew in life. So Kylan Vol would just be like, "Do you speak deep?" That's what's wrong. He's just an Allip in a normal body.
It's just the knowledge of being able to speak deep is what turned him into it in the first place. And he's like, yes, and then you suddenly turn into one and you're like, fuck.
Just hearing the word yes and deep is what fucked me. It's challenge rating of 5, which is 1,800 experience points. Incorporeal movement. The Allip can move through other creatures and objects after they are difficult terrain. Can take 5... It takes 5 or 1d10 force damage if it ends a turn inside of an object. I don't see that. I would just not have that as a thing. It's just, it can stay inside of it. And I would have it as a wisdom save to be possessed.
Yeah, it's a common, like, rule in 5th edition. I don't think they really had it in the older editions.
I just want to have it. It's like, this is a ghost. I feel like it could possess something. It's like, it would possess a human to, like, use its body to attack something. And then after it's done using it, it's just like, okay, let me go do my knowledge thing now. I just think that would be a really cool thing, and it has to be like a wisdom save.
Or like possess you and it forces you to write down its secrets.
It's just in the middle of battle. I want to die! Please! Fucking write this down. No. Yes! No. Yes! Just fucking do it,
I just
please.
imagine Caesar showing up out of nowhere and be like,
no! Oh, dude, I fucking wish that your parents were in here, because I could do a really good Caesar. That's actually what got me into doing, like, harsh vocals, like heated vocals in Grim Nightmares. I would just go, no! I can't do it right now, obviously. But it's just like, I could do that. And they're like, you sound like Caesar. I was like, yeah, I know. I realized this a long time ago. I realized this, like, 2 years ago. Back in the day. But yeah, it's kind of sad. I would just have it not take damage. I just would have it as a like DC 10 check to make it like try and possess you, and if it fails, it gets shut out of your body, but it doesn't like to the next available spot, but not take damage. Fucking cat. I can't find it. There it is. Its actions are Maddening Touch, which is a melee spell attack of +6 to hit. It's a reach of 5 feet. It hits one target, and its average damage is 17, but it does 4d6 plus 3 psychic damage. I would say if you wanted,
it touched you, and you're like, oh.
I would say
no.
a really cool thing that you could do with this is it has to make a DC 13 Wisdom save or Intelligence save, regardless, or become frightened. And then it could also do 1d4 or 1d6 cold damage or necrotic, regardless of which one it is. It's still doing what I was thinking of. Like, it's like, you know how necrotic kind of drains your body?
Yeah, no, like
I was thinking more of like it drains the fluids or freezes the fluids depending on how you want to go through it. So it's like if it's cold, it just kind of freezes, because you know when people talk about ghosts, it's like it's really cold. You could do that. I thought that'd be really cool. So that could really boost up like your attack. Whispers of Madness is just like, but the Whispers of Madness, what the fuck?
Then you have like disadvantage on all your attack rolls because it hurt your feelings. I'm like, oh, I don't even want to fight now.
The Allip chooses up to 3 creatures and it can see within 60 feet of it. Each target must succeed on a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw or take average 7, 1d8 plus 3 psychic damage. And it must use its reaction to make a melee weapon attack against one creature of the Allip's choice that the Allip can see. Constructs.
Oh, you just start killing your buddies.
Constructs and undead are immune to this effect. I would just have it to where it'd be better if it tried to kill itself. It's just like, commit seppuku! I refuse to be alive.
I refuse to be undead.
Constructs and undead are immune. So honestly, I just really like the idea of like a construct walking in and it's just like, I'm going to possess this. It's like...
It's just when he plays a Warforged.
Yeah, it's like a Warforged. And it's just like, I do not like this feeling. What is this feeling? And it's just like, what is this that I have tried to possess? This is not working. Get out of my body. Okay. Just like kind of leaves and it's like, you stay there, buddy. I don't want to fuck with you. And it's just like, you know, it's considered like it's a magic thing and magic runs through its body. So it's like, imagine it's just like, I don't like you. Just like kind of cuts its vein and then magic sprays all over it and it's just like, yeah. It's like, now you can be hit.
Emo Warforged. I cut myself to deal damage.
No, that's not what I was thinking.
Blood on your Warforged.
I want to do that now. But it's like more of the fact of like, you know, it says that there's magic running through it. So it's like, you know, if in case like your friends can't hit it, you just like, want to know how to make magic weapons? Smother sword in blood. There you go. There you go. Now hit it for 1d2 damage. Basically that. What the fuck is wrong with my leg? There's like an indent on my leg and it's been there for a long time unless it was from the chair. Yeah, it's from the chair. I just realized that. I was worried for a second. But another one, the last ability, is Howling Babble, and it's a recharge of 6.
Let me smash!
Each creature within 30 feet of the Allip that can hear it must make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, a target takes average 12, 2d8 plus 3 psychic damage. It is stunned until the end of the next turn. Once the save is successful, it takes... On a successful save, it takes half damage. And isn't stunned. Constructs and undead are immune to this. It just seems like the best thing you should do is just walk up as a fucking... as a construct, like a Warforged. Just have a mechanical penis, jerk off, and just nut all over it. And just be like, it made you hurt.
If a construct learned the secret, would it turn into a ghost thing? Or would it be perfectly
Constructs
fine?
are technically soulless unless you do like a Warforged.
Yeah, but would it be fine or would it not be fine?
I would say a Warforged could become one. I'm just imagining like a ghost form, just perfect ghost form of it. It's just black. It's like, huh.
Well, shit. Like if you can get like one of the like columns or like Shield Guardian or something that can speak, you just get it to learn the secret and be like, we have the knowledge of the Demon Lord's true name, and you just get the robot to speak it, and then you guys beat the Demon Lord.
Yeah, I just don't think like something that doesn't have sentience can be turned into an Allip, but something that has sentience could. Goes to a deer, speaks deer. George? Whoosh. Fucking.
It just made me think of it. Charging.
Hi, Pennywise the clown. You're actually an interstellar demon that's a spider. No, I'm not. Finn.
It's like, nah.
You're in the wrong franchise.
Your arch rival is just a giant space turtle.
That's technically dead.
Yeah, it just chokes later. It's like,
What did you choke on? Space peanut.
I think it choked on its own vomit.
What the fuck?
Just giant space turtle. Weird.
Well, that's the Allip. Do you have any, like, things to add on to it?
I think it'd be cool, like, to have one, not really as a threat, but it's just there, like, trying to tempt you with the knowledge.
I was thinking about, like, throwing this in the campaign, like, just a few minutes ago before we started this. I was thinking, you know, it'd be really cool just to have it, like, if you guys get to the town, it starts the mission, but if you guys don't notice, like, one of the notice boards or something like that, or the rumor, it's just, like, it'll happen, and then, like, you'll hear about, like, a person disappearing, and then basically every time you visit the town, it's just, like, unless it's been, like, a week, and, like, you know, the person just went missing, it's like, huh, I wonder what happened, and, like, you guys search through it, and then, like, one of your friends reads the book, and just, like, PC character gone, just like that. It's like, what did he read? And it's like, give me the postie box. Whoop.
Filthy Frank. That's the forbidden knowledge.
Do you mean Joji? But yeah, I found that kind of, like, funny to myself. But, yeah. It's like, that would be a great way to incorporate it into my Hobgoblin campaign. It's just like, people are disappearing. How? With forbidden fruit. The apple of knowledge. But yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you defeat a dragon, it's like, hey, I got like a really like powerful secret that'll like make you like super powerful. You just gotta read this book.
Okay.
Here you go. Just don't kill me.
Turns dragon to Allip. It's just like, I'm so weak now. That's how you get an ancient dragon. Before you kill me, read this ancient tome that you'll add to your, like...
Give you like plus 2 strength.
It's like, what? You've made me immortal. Fuck wrong book.
You know, I think I might do that at some point. Like, if you defeat a dragon, it's just gonna bribe you with magic items, but they're all just gonna be cursed. And you guys are gonna use them. Like, yeah, sure. And even if you kill the dragon, you guys will just be fucked later on.
I just force a fucking gnome to wear it all. Oh my god, I'm only have one health. Ain't my fault. You wore it. You told me to. Your fault.
Your fault for being a gnome.
Bitch. Anyways, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Please comment down in the comments section below for any questions that you have. Do you have anything else?
Huh?
See ya.